Registration is coming up soon. Have you taken a look at what's being offered this semester in the course calendar? It's a good idea to plan a schedule in advance. That way, when registration opens, you won't be struggling to make a schedule. First, you will begin by accessing the Douglas College homepage at www.douglascollege.ca. Get familiar with their website. There's a variety of helpful links that will ensure your success here at Douglas College. To begin, you will hover your cursor over the Study at Douglas link. Once you've done that, you will see a variety of options. For planning a schedule, you will choose either a Canadian student or international student under the Register heading. Many of the questions that you will have will be answered here, such as important dates and deadlines. It's important to be aware of the fee payment deadlines, so take the time to be thorough. That way you'll have all the information and resources that you need for a successful registration. Just below you will see a link to access the course planning tool. Go ahead and select it. From there, you will be taken to a Select a Term screen. Click on the drop-down menu and select the appropriate semester and then click Continue. You will now find yourself at a search engine where you can narrow your criterion. But remember, the more you narrow your search, the more likely you are to miss opportunities. Your first option will be select the fee type. Please select the appropriate type, that way you can view the approximate fees for the semester. This is another way for you to plan ahead. Next, select your subject field, such as chemistry. If you know the 4-digit course number, go ahead and add it. If not, that's okay. You can leave it open and have a much broader search. You can even narrow your search by campus location. Continue to scroll down. There are more options to choose from. Next, you can narrow your search by session type. You might only want to take classes in the evening, or maybe you work in the evening and only want to attend classes during. You can always narrow your search by instructor. Perhaps a friend of yours told you about an amazing instructor that you should take. Search. Your search will take you to a Okay, now you're at a screen with a lot of information, but don't panic. I'm going to point some things out to you that you should be aware of when selecting a class. First, do you see that CRN? Probably wondering what that is. Well, it's a course reference number. It's a number that's specific to that class and section only. It's kind of like a catalog number when you're online shopping. It's specific to that item and that item only. So please keep that CRN in mind, because when you're ready to actually register, those numbers will make your life so much easier. Pay extra attention to the section notes. Douglas College puts them in red for a reason. To give you an example, some science courses require that you register for a lab separately. It's your responsibility to do so, and if you do not, you will not earn your full credits for that course. So make sure you're paying attention to the details. Scroll through and see what classes meet your needs. Make sure you're paying attention to the days it's offered and what campus it's at. In this example, you're required to attend classes Tuesdays Once you've selected the course or courses, scroll down the screen. Just a reminder that this isn't going to save if you decide to shut down or come back later. Remember to take notes while planning, or remember to print the screen when you're finished. Now let's take a look at the beginnings of your tentative schedule. You will see the course or courses you've selected. You will also notice the fees. Keep in mind that some fees, like the UPass, are not included, but it will give you a general idea of how much each class will cost. Again, better to plan ahead. There are those CRNs again. Make note of these numbers and remember to print this page or keep a copy somewhere. The program has provided you with a weekly calendar to help you visualize what your semester would potentially look like. Next, you will select Return to Search. Don't worry about your other class or classes. They will Once you've chosen more courses and updated your worksheet, you can take a look at your tentative schedule. If you have chosen conflicting classes, the best thing to do when you have a schedule, once you've repeated the process and there are no conflicts and you've left enough travel time between campuses, go ahead and print the schedule or write down the course name, number, section, and CRNs. We suggest that you make a few tentative schedules. You might not get your first choice, so always have a few backup plans. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Please check out other tutorials on how